I'm Sambony Jones, and this is what I think. So, I just locked my keys in my car at the grocery store because I'm super smart. So what I did is I thought, I'm going to lock my car. I'm going to be responsible and keep anybody from breaking into my car. I'm going to lock my car. And so I did. I locked my car, and I went into the grocery store, and I got paper towels. It's literally all I went there for. I went to Sam's Club. I got one thing. This is like a common thing for me. I go to Sam's Club and I get like one or two things. And I always feel so ridiculous because then there's like families who literally stock up for the whole month, and they've got like these giant baskets with all this stuff, you know, and they're spending like probably hundreds of dollars, but it's going to get them through the month, and they've got all their food. And I go to Sam's Club for paper towels and toilet paper and coffee sometimes. But you know what? I bought coffee at Albertsons recently, and it was actually cheaper than the coffee at Sam's Club, and it filled my coffee canister like more. So I feel like maybe it was more coffee too for less money. So I might start getting my coffee at Albertsons, but that's beside the point. So I went into the grocery store and I got my paper towels, and I checked out and I walked out, and I started digging through my pockets for my car keys to open the back hatch to throw the paper towels in, and they were nowhere. Like, they were nowhere. And I was like, oh, what did I do? Did I really lock my keys in my car? And I walk around to the driver's side door, and I just try to open it, you know, just to see. Maybe I didn't lock it. No, I locked it. And right there on the seat were my keys. Just sitting there staring at me, going, yeah, dumbass, you left us on the seat. Didn't take us with you. Locked the door, though. Good job. It's very responsible. So, I had to go back into Sam's Club and ask an employee there for some sort of tool that I could use to break into my car. I was honestly a little bit shocked that they were so readily helpful, because a lot of, like, if you call your roadside assistance because you locked yourself out of your car, a lot of times they'll make you prove somehow that you own that car before they will unlock it for you, because, you know, you don't want to just unlock any old car for somebody. I guess maybe not roadside assistance, because I feel like that's implied that you own the car because you have insurance on the car and you knew what insurance to call. But like, if you called a locksmith to get you into your car, you would have to prove to them that that was your car. They wouldn't just get you into a car just because you said it was yours and you locked yourself out, right? So I was a little bit surprised that they were so helpful, but they were super helpful. They were really nice, and they brought me out this like ice scrapey tool that I was able to wedge in to the sunroof and like pry the lock open. One of the nice things about driving an old beater car is they are easy to break into. Also, this is a Honda Civic, which I have heard is a very highly stolen car because they're easy to break into. It has been stolen. This car has been stolen. But not because it's easy to break into, but because I'm super smart, and it was really cold out one day, like just super cold, like sub-zero temperatures. And so I started it, and I was going to let it run and warm up in the driveway, because the heat doesn't really work super well when it's really cold like that, because it's an old car, you know. And so I went out and I started my car, and I just let it run in my driveway, and I came back out like I didn't even come back out. My husband went out like 5 minutes later to check on it, and it was gone, and he came back in, and he was like, Sam, your car's gone. And I was like, oh, fuck you, because he's always joking. Like, he's always joking with me. He's always trying to get a rise out of me. And so I, first instinct, didn't believe him. I was just like, oh, fuck you. Like, my car's fine. It's in the driveway. And he was like, no, Sam, like, your car is gone. Like, somebody has stolen your car. And I was like, no, it's not. Stop it. Like, stop trying to stress me out. It's not going to work. And so, like, a couple minutes pass, and I walk outside to, you know, very funny, and my husband's gone, but his best friend is in the driveway, and he's like, Sam, your car's really gone. And I'm like, bullshit, like, Joe took it for a drive, you know, down the street, whatever. It's not gone. And then I saw my husband walking back up the street. He had just walked down the street to see if he could see the car still, and whoever had stolen it, and was not the case. It had been stolen. Actually, it had in fact been stolen. And so I called 911. I know it's not an emergency when your car gets stolen, but I didn't know who to call, and I knew that 911 would get me in contact with the police immediately, and that's what I needed. So I called 911, and I was like, please help me, my car's been stolen. I did not have like the license plate number or anything, because I was in my early 20s. I had honestly just bought it. Like, I had only had the car for like maybe a year or so. And I didn't have the license plate number, didn't really have any information about it other than it's a red piece of shit Honda Civic, right? I mean, I really didn't think anybody would steal it. It's a manual transmission, first of all, so like a lot of people don't even know how to drive those anymore, right? Like, how do you even drive one of those? And it was in our driveway, and our driveway at the time was kind of like you had to like back out and turn as you're backing out. And so I just really didn't think, and also when it idles, it does this thing, right? It does this weird thing where it's like it sounds like it's gonna kind of, that it may blow up when it's idling. It does not sound like a healthy car when it idles. I've been insured that there's nothing wrong with it. But it doesn't sound good when it idles. And so I really didn't think anybody would steal it, and somebody did, and I was just in shock. Like, who would steal my piece of shit 1986 Honda Civic? Like, who does that, right? It barely runs. And so I called 911. I didn't have any information, like literally anything to give them. No license plate number. I had the title, I had the VIN number, but like, okay, we'll just look for a car with this VIN number. Cool, thanks. And so I called 911, and they sent the police to my house, and an officer came to the house and did literally nothing. He almost accused me of stealing my own car. Like, he kept asking me if I knew who had it, and I was like, no, if I knew who had it, I would not have called you. I would have just retrieved my fucking car. Like, I don't need the police to get my car back from somebody if I know where it is. I'll just go get it. And like, he was just very surly. He asked me how much it cost, or how much it was worth, and I literally just laughed. Because this car is worth like $300. Like, it's worth more to me than anybody else, honestly, in the whole world. Like, nobody would say this car is worth anything. I love it personally, but nobody else would say that it's worth anything, because it's a piece of shit. But long story short, my car got stolen. It was running. I left it running and unlocked. And when you say that to a police officer and they repeat it back to you, like, so you left it running? Yes, sir. And the doors were unlocked? Yes, sir. And somebody stole it. And it's like, yeah, well, I mean, of course it sounds stupid when you say it like that, you know, but like, it just was naive. I thought it was safe in my driveway, you know. It was really cold. Somebody was probably walking by. They were very cold. It was, like I said, it was like sub-zero, like probably 20 below that day, 15, 20 below. And so somebody was probably just walking, and they saw this car. Oh, look, this car, it's running. Why am I walking? So my car got stolen, as is typical with Honda Civics, I've heard. They are surprisingly easy to break into. It was nerve-wracking how easy it was for me to get into my locked car once I had just like a long, sturdy piece of metal. That's all you need. My sunroof was open. I just like crammed it into the sunroof, tripped the lock. It was so easy. It was so easy that I could do it. And that is, that's easy. Yeah, because I'm not good at things. So, lesson here. A, don't lock your keys in your car. You'd think that that's easy, right? But I've done it so many times. That not only do I have like 10 spare keys to my car, half of which are inside of the car, which I know does not do me a whole lot of good. But so many times also that when I text my husband to let him know that I locked my keys in my car, he's just like, really, Sam? Again? to be to work. I used to work 2 jobs. I worked at a credit union, and then I worked at a restaurant after. And so I would get to the credit union like right around sunrise. I would get to the restaurant right around sunset. And so it's that time of day when like you need your headlights. Everybody's got them on, so you look like a jackass if you don't. But it's light enough out that you can't see that they're on when you park the car. And so I would just leave my headlights on, like always. I would always leave my headlights on, and I would kill my battery. And it was just like this constant thing that I would have to call my husband and be like, oh, I killed the car again. I left the headlights on. I'm really sorry. And he would have to come drive his car down and jump me so that I could drive home. This poor man. This poor man. I feel like he did not know what he was getting into when he married me. He thought that he was marrying just like a normal, sane, intelligent person. It's not at all what he got. Sorry. But I haven't done that stuff in a long time. I haven't done it in a while, you know. I have not killed the battery in my car in years. Years it's been. And watch, I'm going to do it in like the next week just because I said that. But it's been years. It's been probably at least a year since I've locked my keys in my car. Because I've gotten really good about it. You know, I'm good about checking. I always have that moment too, you know, because I put them in my pocket and then I lock the door and then I check my pocket. I check my pocket after I lock and shut my door. I check to see if I have my keys. I did not do that today, but I usually do. And I always have like that moment of anxiety right after I shut the door before I check my pocket of like, oh my God, do I have my keys? And I don't know what I was doing when I went into Sam's Club today, but I did not do that. I didn't check. I didn't care. I don't think. I just left them on the seat. And I locked my keys in my car. So that's my story for you today. I locked my keys in my car in the Sam's Club parking lot. And the people at Sam's were very helpful, helping me break into my car. They were very nice. They brought me out a tool, you know, and stood there and like were very encouraging while I unlocked my car. So yay. All's well that ends well. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry that these videos are so stupid. Any future videos will be equally stupid. So